Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
But to honor Twitch, I think the best thing that we can do is to laugh and hug each other, play games and dance and sing.
They checked around Twitch and Allison's home looking for any clues. The 911 call from the motel had come in just shortly after Allison had contacted the cops, so that's how this all came together.
More and more
celebrities are getting caught up in Diddy's drama, and now Ellen DeGeneres' name is all up in the mix. Paparazzi was recently caught Ellen slipped and asked about those allegations against Diddy, and let me tell y'all, she looked like she was sweating bullets trying to dip out quickly, so this definitely raised some eyebrows because Ellen and Diddy have been tied for ages. But here's the kicker, it turns out Ellen might be dealing with way bigger issues like supposedly showing up on those rumor tapes from Diddy's freak-off parties. And hold up, remember Stephen Twitch boss Ellen's DJ, who sadly passed away 2 years ago? Now there are rumors floating around that Stephen knew something he shouldn't have about Ellen and Diddy and was silenced for it. And then some sources are going a step further, alleging that Twitch may have also been involved in Diddy Foo and was blackmailed with some incriminating footage. Either way, this is also disturbing. And when you start connecting all these dots about P's sudden passing and all the mess around Ellen and Diddy, it's really hard not to feel like there's some shady stuff going on behind the scenes.
17 times! I've been on the show 17 times!
It feels like 20.
Feels like 20.
Every time feels like 1 1/4, so it adds up to 20 because it keeps going. You're always entertaining. You always make.
So first, let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres and her link to Diddy. Diddy has hit Ellen's show many times over the years, and he's also extended Ellen's invitations to his parties. Now, there was one time when Ellen straight up asked Diddy if she was getting an invitation to his birthday party, and Diddy claimed he always invites her, but she never rolls through.
No, it's great. So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seen me show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one.
But here's the thing on the street. Ellen has indeed made appearances at Diddy's parties, just not the ones suitable for daytime TV chatter. By the way, during that same interview, Diddy dropped some hints about a whole different kind of party scene that kicks off after midnight, and Ellen said she knows all about those. After parties, although she tried to play it off like she was joking.
What time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party. No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about that.
Now there's this spiral. Paparazzi footage of Ellen looked all jittery when asked about the drama surrounding Diddy, and it's got folks wondering why Ellen looked so nervous as soon as she heard Diddy's name.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
Yeah, and fans are digging deep into Diddy and Ellen's connection to find out what's really going on. People are now pointing out all the things Ellen and Diddy have in common. And while Ellen hasn't faced any serious criminal accusations like Diddy, she was named the meanest woman in Hollywood for a reason. It seems like both Diddy and Ellen have been putting on this front for the public, preaching love and kindness while allegedly being involved in all sorts of mess behind the scenes. Ellen has faced a lot of disturbing allegations in the past, from claims that she mistreats her staff both at home and in the workplace to rumors that she acts like a controlling, jealous freak to her wife Portia, and that she even reportedly forced Portia to give up her acting career. But that's not all. There's also this viral conspiracy theory that Ellen may have done something that led to her ex-girlfriend and Hess's mysterious death, and in a bizarre coincidence, and died in August 122, almost exactly 4 months to the day before Ellen's jet supposedly unveiled himself. And while some people were quick to dismiss this as a conspiracy theory, many others are saying it's seriously sketchy that two people who were close to Ellen for ages ended up dead in the same year within months of each other. Now, in case you're not familiar with Ellen, she was an actress who had a highly publicized relationship with Ellen, dated between 1997 and 2000, and were often described as the world's first gay super couple. But get this, in June 21 episode of her podcast, Better Within, Heather dropped a bomb, claiming that Ellen tried to put her in an institution and that she was blacklisted.
That I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? Two people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury, and now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those two women could not shut
me down. But sadly, almost exactly a year after this podcast aired, she died in a freak car accident in the Mar Vista neighborhood of Los Angeles.
The helicopter video there of the car in the house, you can see firefighters on the scene there taking that car out from the house. Fox 11 in Los Angeles said the driver went into that house and sparked a fire. Firefighters were on the scene just before 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
Suspicious part of law enforcement officials initially claimed that Ann was under the influence and acting erratically at the time of the accident, but when the LA County Medical Examiner car released the results of the final autopsy, it said that Ann was not impaired by any substances at the time of the incident and that no active found in her system. Now, as for Stephen Twitch Boss, he died on December 13, 2022, and the official cause of death was ruled as a self-inflicted to the head. But even now, fans are still trying to wrap their heads around this tragedy, and a lot of them are still not buying the official story now. Here's what we know about Stephen's passing. On Monday, December 12th, he left his home on foot and checked into the Oak Tree in the motel in Enino, Los Angeles, just a quick 15-minute stroll from the house he shared with his wife, Allison, and their 3 children. The next day, Allison freaked out when she saw that the Twitch was gone while his car was still in its place, and she ran to the local police station, begging them to take the Twitch's disappearance seriously. Allison told the police that something was off because Twitch never went anywhere without his car, and several officers followed Allison back to the house to look for clues about Twitch's whereabouts. But shortly after, the motel where Twitch had checked in the previous day called the police and said they found Twitch in the bathroom of his room. But despite the official ruling on the cause of death, fans had a tough time wrapping their heads around the idea that Twitch would do this because he never once shared that he was struggling with anything, and at least for me on the outside, he seemed like a genuinely happy person who adored his family, in fact.
Oh my God, do you miss having a newborn in the house?
I sure do.
Uh-oh.
I think we would love to start trying for another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How you feel? Look, she said she missed it. Well, how you feel?
No, listen, we love, listen, no, but we really do. I love the little babies. I love them, and to be quite, it's a constant conversation.
But what could Twitch have possibly been on to Ellen and Diddy that would lead him to do the unthinkable? Well, according to fans, the parallels between Ellen and Diddy are obvious. Besides the rumors that Ellen used to attend, Diddy's people are speculating that they are part of some shady industry cult where all types of despicable things go down behind the scenes. But let me know how you feel about this all in Deconnection, and what happened to Twitch. Are folks reading too much into it? Or do you think there's something suspicious about Twitch's death? Let me know in the comments, and don't miss out on this next video.